Today's evening session has exclusively been reserved only for the open question and answers with Dr. Zakir Naik, called Ask Dr. Zakir. Feel free, feel confident, feel it your right to ask questions to Dr. Zakir that you dare not ask others for fear of being ridiculed or blamed for criticizing Islam. I, Dr. Muhammad Naik, am your host and coordinator, inshallah, fair and caring too, for this session, in which is enshrined your right to ask Dr. Zakir and his duty to answer to the best of his knowledge and understanding. Brothers and sisters, to answer your questions in this exclusive session, please welcome Dr. Zakir Naik. Before we start, may I kindly request our large audience collected here to kindly maintain the due decorum this program deserves. The rules for the question and answer session is, you may ask any question on Islam and comparative religion. Your question should be brief and to the point. Only one question at a time may be asked by you. For your second question, you would have to go back and line up again in the queue and await your chance. We have microphones placed in various sections in our audience. There are 5 microphones, in the 3 for the gents and 2 for the ladies section. Microphones. The one microphone is there just in front of the gent section and the other 2 in the rear sections. You may line up at any of the microphones, that's for the gents. And we have 2 microphones here for the ladies, 1 in the front and 1 in the rear sections. Non-Muslims will be given preference to ask questions first, and if time permits, Muslim brothers and sisters would, inshallah, be offered their chance. Volunteers at the mics are requested to kindly and firmly ensure the same. The questioners are kindly requested to please state your name clearly as well as your profession before putting forward your question, so that Dr. Zakir can give you a more appropriate answer. May I request Dr. Zakir to please present his initial comments for 1 or 2 minutes before we start the session. Dr. Zakir Naik.
Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam. Ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wal mu'azatil hasana wajadil billati hasan. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. My respected elders and my brothers and sisters, I welcome all of you with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, mercy and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on all of you. There have been requests since several years that since normally I give a talk for approximately 1 hour to 1.5 hours, and the question and answer session goes for more than 2 to 2.5 hours, there was a request always by people for many years that why don't you have an exclusive only question and answer session, so that the audience, at least they are satisfied in quenching their thirst. So on the request and public demand, this year we thought, let's have one evening, at least more than 3 hours, only for question and answer session. So on the request of the various audiences that we have had, this is the first time we'll be having an exclusive question and answer session. And as the coordinator has mentioned, that first we'd like to give chance first to the non-Muslims. So I request my non-Muslim brothers and sisters that if you have any questions regarding Islam and comparative religion, if you have any query, if you have any misunderstanding, even if you do not agree with a single teaching of Islam, this is the opportunity to question. And inshallah, I am young, I can take your questions, and I'll try my level best with the limited knowledge that I have, that I'll try and reply to your questions. So I'd request the Muslim brothers and sisters to first give the chance to our non-Muslim brothers and sisters, and after they have quenched their thirst, we would allow the Muslim brothers and sisters. Jazakallah shukran.